What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Ambetter Health 400 Top 5 DFS Picks video for Sunday, March 19th at the newly reconfigured Atlanta Motor Speedway. As always, I'm your host, Chris Pennell. You can find me on Twitter at ChrisPennell16, and this video is presented by PrizePicks. And in today's video, we are going over general track strategy, how to approach the slate from a DFS perspective, and my top 5 favorite plays on the slate. Now, please keep in mind this video is being recorded pre-practice and qualifying, though there's no practice this week, just qualifying since we're at a super speedway. So some of my thoughts and opinions on these drivers can end up changing throughout the course of the weekend. So make sure you stay up to date on what happens in qualifying and any post-qualifying inspection with cars going through or anything like that, as it'll be very beneficial to you in creating fantasy NASCAR lineups this weekend. And if you want the most up-to-date info, analysis, and projections, you can head over to stokastic.com to equip yourself with all the tools that we have over on the site, including projections, ownership projections, top drivers tool, and much more. You can also get your first week half off using promo code SCORE. Either hit the link down below in the description or head over to the website. And again, make sure you use promo code SCORE to get your first week half off. And as far as how we should approach this day from a DFS perspective, I'll be honest with you right now, this is a bit of a tricky week. It's nothing like the prior 2 weeks where there were actually very projectable races at Las Vegas and Phoenix with minimal cautions. The new Atlanta, it's going to be a bit of a mess to project for the first couple of seasons because we don't really have that much data to back anything off of. Now, if you're looking at prior Atlanta data from before 2022, when it was an intermediate high tire wear track, you have to throw all the data away because it means absolutely nothing. We can only look at from what we saw last year, the 2 races, and that is it. So it's a very minimal amount of data to work with. And what they did to Atlanta, like I said, it used to be a high tire intermediate track. They repaved it, they reconstructed how they race, they added the banking and whatnot, and they also run the super speedway package here. So they're going to be drafting, which we only see at Daytona and Talladega. Now, is it going to be as much of a wreck fest as Daytona and Talladega? I'm not sure. I was looking at the races from last season. In the first race, we lost 12 cars total. In the second race, we lost 11 cars total. That's not a bad amount. I mean, it's not quite as bad as Daytona or Talladega, but I would say there's a decent chance we see around half the field have issues at some point or be involved in an incident. I would say personally, I would still be stacking the back for the most part, although I would be certainly taking more chances on drivers starting closer to the front, but I'm not going to go overboard just because we saw the front row be optimal last year. I think that's probably more of an outlier as we see this racetrack progress. I think it's more likely that we see drivers starting back half the field in the optimal lineup, which even in that build that we saw last year, the majority of the drivers did start near the back of the pack. And starting us off with number 5, it's going to be a cheaper driver here. I'm not really sure how much salary is going to matter anyway, but if you need the savings, we have LaJoie here at 6K over on DraftKings, 5K over on FanDuel. And LaJoie just knows how to finish super speedway races, and he actually got up front at one of the Atlanta races last year, led some laps. Unfortunately, Chase Elliott put him at the wall near the end of the race, so he did not win, but fortunate enough for him, no Chase Elliott this weekend as he's still out with that broken leg. But LaJoie, super speedways, just knows how to finish, and a 7-race sample size heading back to the start of 2022. He has 4 top 20s, and if you expand that to the past 15 races super speedways, he has 8 top 20s, 5 top 15s, and a few top 10s as well. So LaJoie, as long as he's not starting in the front of the pack, I have plenty of interest. And then moving on to number 4, it's another cheaper driver, but these guys tend to be the better plays at these track types. So we're looking at Justin Haley at $6,100 over on DraftKings, but only $4,200 over on FanDuel. He has a very similar resume to LaJoie. He also has a win at Daytona, although rating shortened, so you have to put a bit of an asterisk mark there. But he does put himself in good position at these track types. Average finish inside the top 20 since last season. And if you date this back the past 12 races since 2020, we're talking 7 top 15s and also 8 top 20s, similar to LaJoie. And he finished in the top 12 of both Atlanta races last year. So Justin Haley, assuming he doesn't qualify in the top 10 or top 15, I think is a very excellent play. And before we get into our third pick, I have to mention our sponsor, PrizePicks, because they do make these videos possible. And as of right now, if you're a new user over on their site, you can use promo code AWESOMO to get an instant deposit match bonus up to $100. In addition to that, you can also get a free month of Stokastic Platinum to come in, take advantage of all the tools that we have over on the website to help you get an edge over on PrizePicks, DFS, or betting, or whatever it may be. So again, that's promo code AWESOMO to get your deposit match bonus up to $100. But anyway, getting into the third pick here, we have Bubba Wallace at $8,300 on DraftKings, 10K over on FanDuel, so definitely a bit more value over on DK, but he is one of the better super speedway drivers out there. He's also pretty fast at intermediate tracks, so he does check both boxes here, but averaging 42 DraftKings points per race since the start of 2022 in a 7-race sample size at these track types, an average finish of 13.3, which Doesn't sound that great, but at super speedways, that's actually not that bad over a larger sample size. Also has 4 top 15s and finished inside the top 20 each and every single race since the start of last season. And if we expand this to the past couple of seasons, 15 race sample size, an average finish of 12.7, which is one of the absolute best in the entire series, only behind Ryan Blaney, who's known as arguably the best super speedway driver out there right now. Also has a win, 4 top 5s, and 14 top 20. So he's been very consistent. He's definitely going to be a race winning contender. And moving on to number 2, we're looking at a driver that had a lot of success at the super speedway races last year. We have Ross Chastain of Trackhouse Racing at $10,000 on DraftKings, $12K over on FanDuel. He's very fast at the intermediate tracks as well. So if you're viewing this as a bit of a hybrid, he kind of checks both boxes. In a 7 race sample size last year, these track types had a win, 4 top 5s, which was the most of any driver, 5 top 10s, which was also the most, and a decent amount of laps led as well, which I'm not necessarily looking for lap leaders, but he did dominate at Atlanta last season, and since this is a bit of a hybrid track, I wouldn't mind rostering him even if he starts closer to the front. So Ross Chastain here, ever since he's been in good equipment, he's been a contender at these super speedways, and I'm definitely looking to roster him in tournaments this weekend. And before we get into our number 1 play here, I do have to ask, if you guys do enjoy today's free content, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. But anyway, finally, getting into my number 1 play for the Ambetter Health 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are looking at William Byron, $10,900 on DraftKings, $14K over on FanDuel. The cheap days of William Byron seem to be behind us as he's won 2 races in a row. And while I wouldn't say he's my absolute favorite super speedway driver, since it's a bit of a hybrid track where intermediate plus super speedway, I think it kind of fits him well. Plus, he led over 100 laps in this race last year and won the race. So we do have decent track history to look at, despite there not being that much track history to look at for us. But William Byron should be a contender here. He's been fast each and every single week, no matter the track type. It's just going to be a matter of staying clean, staying alive, and not wrecking out, which is basically the name of the game at these super speedways. So I do think he's a contender to get up front, lead some laps, and potentially win. So William Byron, last year's winner. We do run this race twice, so he was one of the winners. But I do like him here a lot, and Hendrick has just been extremely fast this season. So again, to recap, at number 5, we have Corey LaJoie, number 4, Justin Haley, number 3, Bubba Wallace, number 2, Ross Chastain at number 1, William Byron. But that's all I got for you guys this week. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. And again, if you do want access to all the projections, top drivers tools, and everything else we look at here over on Stokastic, promo code SCORE can get your first week half off. You can find that link down below in the description. But with that being said, I wish you all the best of luck, and I'll see you all next week.